Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where if all goes according to plan, this video right here should be the last 1080p only video, which would be fantastic. We should, after this one, in theory, be going to pure 4K 60. So that will be fantastic. For now, I believe we're ready to deploy, but we don't have a Centurion here. Yeah, so we're going to need to deploy on something that is slightly easier, just so that we can make some money before this financial report. The store isn't what I wanted. What I want is to go into the command center here and see what we've got available. This one is interesting to me. It's an ambush convoy mission, with the Op 4 being the Federated Suns. We could sit about here. And overall, I like it. We run this mongoose. Who has mongoose affinities? El Duce. Sure. Looks good to me. Yes, I'm aware that the stealth has unused tonnage. There isn't a lot that we can do about that right now, unfortunately. Just given the hard points and the equipment that we have available. I would love to put an additional half-ton of something on there, but we don't have anything. So it's like 0.4 tons unutilized, which is a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like, imagine if we could cram a small laser into that, but unfortunately we can't. There is no such option. Of course, because I am looking to swap out graphics cards after this episode will go however long it takes to finish this mission. Because I kind of can't save in missions during missions in RogueTech. But we need to destroy the supply convoy and escape, with a secondary of destroying the convoy guards. A friend of our organization has been accused by the Federated Suns of illegal activities, and so we need to go stop them. Sounds good.
Command interface initiated.
Okay, our goal is to track down the convoy, and the target area is not far away from where we deploy at. Not far at all. In fact, we can't deploy up that way, so we start very close to them. I kind of like this starting point. Let's see how that goes.
You think we'll see bear?
I've got eyes on the target.
That's the denial zone there. Okay, so we see a raptor and nothing else for right now. We're going to reserve and continue to reserve for a while here. This is, of course, round one, so we're unlikely to get much for damage out, but I would still prefer to let them move first. Interesting movement by that raptor. Uh-huh. There's definitely stuff out there that is not on our sensors. A hornet. Okay. We don't care about that. How many evasive pips? 2! Ooh, that hornet is probably pretty dead here. I'm going to keep reserving. Their vehicles are beginning to move. Okay, sounds good. I'm going to reserve a couple more times here. Yeah, we're definitely starting to see those vehicles.
Holding for a tactical advantage.
Okay, I think at this point we go ahead and start moving. We're going to move with our stealth first, and we're going to position right about here.
On my way.
Now, of course, because of our sensors, we're not going to have the best hit odds here. And yeah, that's not great, but we'll pot shot it. 16 damage. We'll take it.
Standing by.
So the Clint is going to move up to here. We should immediately switch into short-range targeting. And I think we're also going to fire on this Hornet. We're not going to fire the Rocket 15, but everything else. 18 damage. We'll take it. That Hornet's probably getting pretty weak, actually, in terms of its armor. We'll position here with the Mongoose, and we're going to continue to hit this Hornet as hard as we can. Yeah, the Hornet is taking some damage.
Roger that.
Kind of spread out all over. That was a pretty good chunk of damage, though.
Aye, aye.
And now our Centurion is going to sprint up to here.
Go into full throttle.
And we're going to look to tag this guy and fire the Ultra AC5 in X1 mode.
Affirmative.
Okay, some internal damage there.
Scored a critical hit.
Now, I believe we tagged our own mech there. Yeah, we tagged our own mech there. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Phase 18, that's going to be the Raptor. Closes in on the Clint there, gets some damage down. Sure. Ah, I didn't see this mech over here previously. That's a Stinger. And, of course, this is their full convoy. Sure. Now, this we can work with. Hornet going for the Centurion. That's fine.
Damage minimal.
I hear
Okay,
ya.
so I kind of want to go up after this Stinger with our stealth here. Unfortunately, we can't quite get into... Oh, we can get into rear arc. Hit odds aren't going to be great. So I think instead, we're going to come over here and attack the Hornet rear arc. We're only going to be able to use our physical weapon, but I think that's fine.
Moving out.
We didn't miss with our physical weapon, which is unfortunate.
Ooh, I may need some more time in the simulator.
And that's a kill on the Hornet. Perfect.
Did you see that? Did you see it?
I did see it. Okay, so the heavy APC rolls on up. We definitely need to start attacking these guys before they get to their evac point.
Ready for orders.
The Clint is, I think, going to come up here and start work on that. I'd like to get into the rear arc here, but I think there's 3 vehicles here, and I'd kind of prefer not to. Let's just go ahead and burn the Rocket 15 on the heavy-wheeled APC's side arc, and we should be able to get a kill on it.
On my way. Engaging. Primary
There we
target
go.
damaged.
We hit the melee.
Concentrate your fire.
Oh yeah, that's dead. Fantastic.
Boarding vehicle destroyed.
Okay, next up, the second heavy-wheeled APC moves up as just a tracked APC. Heavy machine guns on there, okay. Good to know. And an Ignis. That heat is a little painful, but we can just not fire the ERPPC and it'll be fine. So I think at this point the Mongoose is going to move up here and engage the Ignis. Right in that rear arc.
Heading out. Ooh.
We did hit the melee attack, that's a big deal here. Not for the evasion, of course, but just for the armor shred. Because we can't reduce the evasion on a vehicle. But that Ignis is getting close to dead. The Centurion is, I think, going to move in here. And we're going to go for the rear arc kick on this heavy-wheeled APC. And I'm going to fire the Ultra AC5 in X2 mode from this angle. This should kill the heavy APC if we hit the autocannon. We missed the melee, which isn't a good sign. Oh, we did hit the autocannon for 1 hit there. We got a structure exposure on it, but we didn't get any actual internal damage. Okay. Well, the Clint is going to come in over here, and we're going to go for a kick on the tracked APC. We're not going to be able to fire the ERPPC because of the flamers, but that's okay.
Copy that.
We missed that melee attack as well. A little bit unlucky on that. But we got some armor shred in there and sank some heat. And the Raptor closes in. Goes for the Clint. Of course, because we missed the melee attack, we took more damage there than necessary. Because we don't have evasive pips. The Stinger will close in over this way, I'm sure. Try to intercept the... Oh, okay, that's an interesting place to put it. Definitely not what I would have done there. Let's finish off this heavy-wheeled APC. Yeah, the Ultra AC5 is jammed, but that's okay. From the angle we're at right now. Finish him. That's a hit, but it's not a kill. That's a kill. Fantastic. Next up,
Orders.
our Mongoose is going to go for the Ignis again.
Targeting for a physical attack.
That's a successful melee. It's a structure exposure, but not a kill on the Ignis. The tracked APC simply moves up.
What can I do for
I
you?
think our stealth is going to come into the rear arc of this tracked APC and go for the kill on it. I mean, it still has quite a lot of armor back there, but we can give it a go. That's not terrible. The Ignis moves up, goes for the Clint. We're not shocked by this, but our heat will be fine.
I'm wounded.
That's unfortunate. A punctured lung from a flamer attack. Yikes. Okay, so we're going to move up with the Mongoose again, and we're going to go for the rear arc kick. This should kill the Ignis. That was not in the rear arc. None of that was it? No, I think it was.
Move her down.
Okay, so that's fine. The stealth is now going to come in here and go for the actual kill on the tracked APC. This should be a kill.
You betcha.
Indeed it is.
Bug out. Get to the LZ for extraction.
Fantastic. So there's that dealt with.
Enemy vehicle down. Okay, that was...
So
bad.
phase 18, the Raptor will now move as well as the Stinger. But there appears to only be the 3. Going for the Mongoose? That's fine. This Raptor is in a lot of danger right now. Let's see what the Stinger decides to do here. I hope it engages us, but it doesn't.
Yes, Commander.
So I think instead we're going to position here-ish, maybe back a little bit. This is about the best we've got. But
Roger that.
that'll be fine. We'll fire the Ultra AC-5 in X2 mode, and we'll hit this Raptor.
Roger that.
Actually, we'll miss the Raptor with both AC-5s. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. We're going to move in to rear arc of the Raptor with the Clint, and we are firing the ERPPC here. Excellent.
Location confirmed.
It's a structure exposure and unsteady Raptor. And that's a dead Raptor. Fantastic.
Tango down.
Okay, so next up, our Mongoose is of course going to move up to engage the Stinger.
On my way. Let's see.
Only 9 damage there, but that's okay.
Commander?
Our stealth is going to sprint to here. And we'll just see what we can get done on this guy. Not a whole lot is the answer. A little bit of damage there. I mean, it's a Stinger, so it doesn't have all that much armor to begin with. We're going to move up with our Centurion as well.
Moving to
Once
position.
again, our hit odds are not... Actually, they're not terrible.
Firing all weapons.
But once again, we missed with the autocannon.
Standing by.
And the Clint will position perhaps somewhere up here.
On it.
We're probably not going to be able to fire the ERPPC this round, but that's okay. We'll just try to laser off a little armor. And that's exactly what we get.
Critical hit, Commander.
Okay, so the Stinger now moves. He is wildly outnumbered. We'll see what he decides to do here. Going for the melee on the Mongoose, or just a side arc attack on the Stealth. That is not the best idea I've ever seen, honestly. Not the best idea I've ever seen at all. So the Mongoose is going to position in the rear arc. We're not going to rear arc melee with the Mongoose here, but we're just going to light him up. Soften up that rear arc substantially. And then the Clint,
Receiving you.
well, that is going to come in here, and we're going to have to punch in the rear arc, which I don't really like. And we're actually just going to stay put and fire the ERPPC. That'll do more damage and has better hit odds.
Target lock on him.
And there we go. Technically, we missed the ERPPC, but it wasn't necessary.
Mission
Well, that was
successful.
extremely easy. Very quick, very easy. That is what we were hoping for. Although, I was hoping for maybe a little less easy, if I'm honest. But I guess it's okay. So, that's 342k that we made, plus whatever we get from Salvage. I don't think I'm interested in any of these parts. The machine gun arrays are pretty nice. There's no doubt about that. I'll grab one of those. Actually, I'm going to grab 2 for now. We'll see if there's anything else that we really want in here. Honestly, this is kind of garbage. I mean, ER LRMs, but I think just a couple of heat sinks. We need those. We got a medium laser. We'll get rid of that. And a couple of internal combustion engines that we don't need. FCS standards that we don't need. Jump jets. Yeah, that's a whole lot of stuff that we don't need. SRM ammo. We'll keep that, but okay. Not the greatest in terms of salvage, in all honesty. I was hoping for a little heavier of mechs opposing us, but it's fine. It's fine. We specifically chose one that was going to be easier. And that is, of course, because we knew that we had the month tick coming up and we need to do repairs. So let's load this up and see how bad our repairs are. It shouldn't be bad at all. In theory, anyway. War activities. Fantastic. Okay, Yang, what do you got? 15k in 3 days? Yeah, do that. So, I want to prioritize like so. Actually, like so. In descending order of how long it will take. Okay, so we're going to tick forward and take this financial report. It's going to hurt a little bit.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Yep, I'm well aware. Okay, and the work on the Mongoose is now done, and we're going to continue to tick forward until the Centurion is done here. We are not going to tick forward beyond this for now. Now let's check our mech bay, see if there's anything else that requires work here. There kind of isn't. There kind of isn't. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do our mech warrior training here.
What can I do?
Receive.
Anything in here? Yes, actually. Paladin can get a point of guts.
Training confirmed, Commander.
And that's it. We may want to consider hiring another mech warrior or two. At least to get him in the simulator. And I think we probably should. Who's cheapest here? Coma.
Receiving you.
And next cheapest is Pacifist, but spelled wrong. Okay, that's excellent. And we'll hire him. There we go. Do they need any like initial training? Sometimes mech warriors come in with some XP. So let's check Coma, no, and Pacifist, yes, actually. He can grab a point of gunnery and tactics, and that will do the trick.
Training complete.
Excellent. Okay, so there's that done. Now, the Wolverine is going to be done in 6 days, but we currently have ourselves a full medium lance, and that's wonderful. At some point, we are going to want to get the money to purchase the Junkyard Leopard. That's a big investment, though. That is a big investment. And I think I'd kind of like to hold off on that for the time being. At least until we have, like, quite a lot of money. We're going to need it. We are definitely going to need it. However, we're pretty much out of things we can do this episode. It's, at this point, time to launch another mission, but it's a little late in the episode to do that. And because I definitely do not want to record another episode in this session, because my graphics card is coming in today, and I want to get that in so that we can have this for the next episode, I'm going to have to put a cut in here. I don't like putting in cuts at like 19 minutes, but here we are. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.